Maybe one more day and I'll remember that's coming, but we're not there yet. Good morning, everyone. Hello, Fred Ramirez, our bright and shiny Geo. How's everyone doing? We're going to talk to you about what's going on in the world of Disney and focus on otherwise this morning. Although we're not going to spend too much time on Epic Universe because we've got an epic recap coming later today. But we are going to cover Epic Universe and everything else going on in the world of Disney. Before we get started, though, the very important question for Kyle.
Yeah.
How's your weekend?
It was pretty good. Got to play some Disney Trivia Live. That was fun.
Did you win?
No, I think I got third both times.
So, fun fact, I went into the Disney Trivia Live spreadsheet before the show, and I saw you're up there for a brief second. Do you cheat?
I don't. I was looking to see if you had used my question for the poll, and then at that exact moment, you put it into Discord, and so I knew that you had. So I didn't even end up finding
because I went in there, I saw your name, and then you disappeared. I'm like, aha! The trio aren't the only cheaters around here, but no, I know you wouldn't do that. Okay, let's get started. Okay, Nikki B's got a great comment there. Let's get started with a look at the Disney share price. How is this company doing in the midst of what is a much, much broader, very unpleasant thing going on in the stock market? Disney, which was somewhere in the 80s on Friday, didn't write down the number, unfortunately, is at it keeps changing.
It's recovered a bit. It was down earlier. It was 80 and a couple cents, and I remarked, which is still true if you include tax, that a share of Disney stock was cheaper than a Spirit jersey.
But so I checked maybe a half hour ago, and it actually was plus on the day. So things are fluctuating like
yeah. There's news that keeps coming out, and then that news gets disproven, and then there's new news, and
it is a crazy time. This is when you buy and hold. You have.
I do need to make my annual IRA contribution, so great time to do that. And I'm being sincere on that.
Oh, of course, yes. If you just want to buy stock to use decades down the road, this is a great time to do it. You're going to get much more for your money, and almost certainly it will recover at some point.
And you can still make a contribution until April 15th towards last year's retirement account limit. So you can do that and lower your taxable income.
And you would think that all the people who realize that, smart people realize that, are doing that with this lower stock market, which would kind of pump it up a little bit. I wonder if it will tank even more after the 15th and those contributions stop. Anyway, this is not a financial show. Let's move on. Ethan.
Hello there and welcome to another edition of the LP Disney Weather Report. You must understand, the touch of your hand makes my pulse react, that it's only the thrill of boy meeting girl. Opposites attract. It's physical, only logical. You must try to ignore that it means more than that. Oh, what's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? What's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? Let's get to the weather. Anaheim will be sunny today and hit 76 degrees. Walt Disney World will warm to an 88-degree on paper high that feels like 91. But watch out for showers as they will be possible in the afternoon. You won't believe this, but Castaway Cay will be 77 and windy once again today. Meanwhile, Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point will briefly hit 80 while settling at 79 for most of the day. Disneyland Paris is clear tonight, cooling from 60 now to 49 overnight. Tokyo will be partly cloudy tomorrow and see a high of 65, making it a KPOD. Shanghai will be warm tomorrow, hitting 84 in the afternoon. Lastly, Hong Kong will reach a high of 75 tomorrow with varying levels of cloud cover throughout the day. And that will do it for another Disney weather update. Have a great day and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.
Before we... I was wondering if you'd consider this breaking news.
I did. I just wanted there to be a little bit of a break.
Okay. It's shaped like a poster.
It is shaped like a poster, yeah. So also I have some for you. Jeremiah just let me know it seems like they are pulling these off the shelves. They might have jumped the gun, but here we are with our exclusive look at some new Roosevelts. These are not provided by Roosevelts. These are on sale at the Disney World Resort.
Are they?
Specifically Animal Kingdom. They might not be by now. It's funny. I did see a thing in the Roosevelt's Insiders this morning teasing a collaboration with the Disney parks, and it seems that somebody might have put them out a bit early. So these, as far as I can tell, I think these are all exclusives to the parks. There's a Mickey design, there's Tiki Room, Haunted Mansion, and
that Haunted Mansion has got to be Bafo Star Wars there.
Star Wars, yeah.
There's a closer look at that for some reason.
That was the announcement that they put in the Insiders.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Out of context like that, it looks pretty funny.
Well, luckily in the article there's context.
Yeah,
so the interesting design. Man. I really like the Mickey one. That'd be my pick of these.
That Mickey is adorable. All of these are good. I know occasionally we get the opportunity, so let me just throw my hat in the merchandise ring. If we get an opportunity, I want to snag one. I like a lot of these. All right, before we go on to our next story, Nikki B mentions that Toothless meet and greet is the cutest thing ever. Have you watched the Toothless meet and greet?
I saw a couple little clips that we put up.
Yeah, I haven't even watched our clips yet. I need to watch. Do you think Toothless would have won the sham contest we did?
Maybe. I mean, Stitch and Toothless and my dog Rigby all look pretty similar.
We should do next year's Mouse Madness should be LP pets.
How many do we have? Luke has a turtle.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Luke has a turtle. Mike has at least one cat. You have a dog. Benji
you have a Gideon.
2 dogs. We can include Nikki B. She's got a cat. Yeah, we could come to 16, I think.
Right. How are we going to do the regions? I guess we have the Pacific Northwest, Midwest, California, and Florida.
Yeah, let's consider it.
We actually do have. They're actually real regions for a change.
Maybe that could be the NIT for Mouse Madness next year.
There you go.
All right,
we got some news. Speaking of Disney's Animal Kingdom, the reason that Jeremiah was there in the first place was not for Roosevelt shirts that he didn't know would be there, but because a giraffe calf has made its debut on the Kilimanjaro Safari. Its name is Tucker. Tucker.
What an interesting name. Is giraffe calf an actual term?
I think that's what they call it, as a calf.
Okay. These are cute. I don't think this is going to get quite the reaction of Bosco. It should, because giraffe is not going to.
Right.
Giraffe is not going to kill you once he gets to be a full-grown adult. But people don't.
You also just can't walk right up to it. I guess your odds of seeing Boxo were also kind of up to him because he can go back. But at least you knew where to find him. Whereas here, you have to take the whole ride, and maybe you see him, maybe you don't.
It's a good ride. In other news, where are we at?
We got this isn't breaking news anymore. It's been too long. But on Saturday, they released a new poster and trailer for Tron. I think it's Ares. And the movie comes out October 10th, which is sooner than I thought. This movie is real. This was rumored for so long that it's weird to me that it's now happening. But yeah, so this is the trailer. They waited a couple days after CinemaCon where they showed this. Now they released it to the public.
Somewhere along the way, I forgot there was another Tron movie coming. I thought this was like a video game. Ooh, that's cool. That's kind of like Rise of Resistance. I saw that LP story too, Nikki B, but I had the audio off, so I didn't know he was running. Tron Ares. You excited for yet another Tron movie?
I don't know. I've never seen the first one. I've seen the second one in theaters. It was okay.
It was solidly disappointing.
At the box office too, which is why it's surprising that they're making a third. But now they have a ride, so that helps.
All right. As you may have heard over the weekend, there's a little theme park seemed to open over.
You skipped one of my stories, but go
ahead. Did I really? You know what? Yeah. I'm moving on. I'm skipping. We'll come back to it. I got to get to this. I need to talk. All the stories have been yours. As you may have heard over the weekend, Attractions Magazine was in the same group as us, and so. Benji got to go to Epic Universe and get the first big media preview. Lots of media there, tons of media coming out. This is the first preview they've had where it's been okay. It's actually been permitted to take pictures and videos and talk about it.
really needed to wait to go up this escalator. I keep it a secret for a long time.
It's trippy to have an escalator. I was talking to Rebecca about this. Can you think of another escalator? Okay, obviously the Universal Studios Skywalker aside, can you just think of another escalator in a theme park, not as a part of an attraction, just in the park on its own?
I mean, the closest we got was the walkway up the space and stuff.
Yeah,
The
but
moving sidewalk.
Those are in the attraction itself. This is just like in the land or to get in the land.
Yeah, I don't know.
It struck me as interesting when I saw it. Anyway, Benji's got
There's so many escalators in the world of Mario as well, so it's really great theming.
Are there really? Are you being serious?
No, I'm being sarcastic.
So I'm showing this here because this is, hey, Tim Tracker. This is pretty identical from what I've heard to the Japan version. So you may have seen this stuff already. Everything else is totally new. Some people don't want to be spoiled. I'm not going to show any spoilers right here, so don't worry, other than this land, which again is the same as the Japan version. But at 4 o'clock today, we are going to be going in depth. We're going to have Benji on the show. We'll have Jeremiah on the show, who's been there. And we will be the land, the living seas, really old Epcot. Again, in an attraction, but fair enough. Good point. But yeah, see, inside the pavilion, but this is outside. Just we'll be talking about that at 4 p.m. Pacific today, 7 p.m. Eastern with Benji and Jeremiah. We will be going more spoilery there. So if you want to avoid that, feel free. But we are ready to talk some Epic. The zeitgeist out there is all over the place. I've seen plenty of people who say it's good, not great, and plenty of people who say this is like the best thing since sliced bread. So I'm very curious to hear Benji and Jeremiah's
sourdough bread
opinion. Exactly. People are comparing it to sourdough bread left and right. All right. So were we
Garner Holt, red car
trolley. I know. I'm doing this on purpose, Tony. I just admitted that. We will save the spoiler footage for later. We are staying spoiler free this morning. All right.
Maybe he's working and not.
Good point.
Paying attention. But yeah, over the weekend, we also got news that one of the red car trolley vehicles has been donated to the Garner Holt Foundation. This is, as Tony points out, number 623, whereas 717 is still at Disneyland, currently on display. But since the ride shut down, they sent it over to what Tony says. Garner Holt Productions has produced more animatronic figures for theme parks than any other company on the planet.
Wow.
So Garner Holt, in a post at the foundation, wrote, "Thanks for the generous donation from our friends at the Disneyland Resort. This piece of theme park history could continue to inspire the next generation of dreamers and doers to discover potential careers in STEM and STEAM." So yeah, very cool.
So that is a great escalator. Again, not in a park. I'm still looking for another escalator in a park, like just as a way from get to one location to another location within the park, outside of an attraction. I am giving you the giant
outside
Skywalker thing. Thank you. It's not a Skywalker. The Starway Universal Studios, which is, but no, that's
just like the longest. If you've never been there, it's just so many escalators. My friends, when they were annual pass holders, they would their exercise routine was to take the stairs at the Starway up.
Oh yeah,
and yeah, we got quite a workout.
Are you a stair taker when you go to the Starway?
Maybe a flight or two. It's exhausting. Yeah. And I've taken the stairs to the Eiffel Tower, and I think the Starway is on par.
Here's if you're not familiar, there's a look at it. This goes almost to the bottom. These give you almost the entire thing. Yeah,
you go from the upper lot to the lower lot.
I am not a Starway stair person. Okay, next up, we've got Pop Century, where they have, I was just there doing some work when I was in Florida a couple weeks ago, and this was behind walls. It's not anymore. It's reopened last week. This is the coffee/dessert section within the Pop Century food court. And it features Joffrey's Coffees, of course, and some new cool stuff, including cereal shakes. How about that? Doesn't that look good? Some Totally Orange, which is a nice soft serve with some fun add-ins. And best of all, this Mickey ice cream. Is it Mickey? Yes, Mickey ice cream truck sundae. Soft serve with chocolate sauce, whipped cream, rainbow sprinkles, cherries, and Snickers bar pieces in a Mickey's ice cream truck that you get to keep for $7.79. No, that's not the no, for $27.79. Okay,
there you go.
There's no way you're keeping that for $7.79.
And interestingly, this previously debuted at the Disneyland Resort.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
It should say in the article.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
And yeah, Jeremiah caught that. I forgot because it was a while ago, but he remembered. And there you go. Mickey's ice cream truck, novelty item, was previously available at the Disneyland Resort.
Okay. And Disney World ambassador Shannon Smith Conrad was on
continuing
hand
her mention streak on this show.
I like her a lot. I interviewed her. She is just the nicest person. And also construction-wise at the Magic Kingdom, they have taken down some walls, but not all, at the Emporium. Work continues on just making this a more open space. This place gets really crowded when the park closes and people are trying to exit or after fireworks or something. And I could tell just going in there is so much more space in there. This is a great move for flow. I've noticed this in general at Disney.
Who's flow?
Since obviously with COVID, they mandated certain spacing, and I feel like it never came back. Like even when I go to Hollywood Studios or Disney Springs World of Disney or Disneyland's Downtown Disney World of Disney, there's just so much more empty space in there, which is great for flow. I hope it's fine for their sales, because it is a much more pleasant experience to try to get through there.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of merch is online now, and they're constantly refreshing it. So. But we got some. I don't know. No one got injured, but some just weird news out of Disneyland. There was a fire that broke out, and I've seen conflicting reports. I've seen one say that it was a Toyota RAV4, and some say that it was a Kia Sportage. So I don't know. Some sort of some sort of car caught fire, and then a few other cars were affected as well. Thankfully, once the fire department arrived, they were able to put it out quickly, and there were no injuries, as I mentioned. But yeah, that's got to be unfortunate for the people that come back to their car at the end of the day, fun park day, and find that they have an insurance claim to make and an Uber to call.
And it got in the way of, obviously, speaking of guest flow, people trying to get back to the parking structure and go home. We're not able to for a while. And there's been some excitement there. Just a few days before that, there was that police chase that ended there.
Exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah. So the moral of this story.
Park at Mickey and Friends.
Okay, fair enough. I was going to say the Toy Story lot.
Or the Toy Story lot, yeah.
Okay. Let's take a look at Disney Plus.
We tend to do this on Mondays and Fridays if you haven't caught on to this.
I have not caught on to that. Look what's debuted today, not just a goof. We've got a review of this on Laughing Place, don't we?
Yeah.
At least an interview for it. We've got something for it. Anyway, this is cool. This is out now. I hope it's doing well. We come here to look at what the top 10 shows are because of Daredevil. I'm now on TVMA, so don't bite me in the butt. There we go. Number one, we've got Mufasa, Jurassic Park, The Long Alexander movie, Jumanji, Shark Tale, Daredevil, Good American Family, which we are heavily into and thoroughly enjoying, Moana 2, The Lion King, and Oklahoma City bombing, which probably Dewey has learned his lesson. Switch from TVMA before we do this every single time. Let's go around LP and let's start with Mike Celestino, who has done the latest edition of On Location. And this time he is covering Season of the Force for us with some interviews with some of the people behind Season of the Force, from the merchandise, the food. He did a really good job, in my opinion, on this. So if you want a nice overview of Season of the Force, go check out the latest edition of LP On Location, which hits your YouTube inbox every Sunday morning.
Meanwhile, Alex got an interview with the producer, Christopher St. John, who is behind or part of the new National Geographic series, David Blaine, Do Not Attempt. And he got to talk to them about some of the challenges of filming around the globe and how the series shows a new side of David Blaine. And so you can read all about that over on Laughing Place as well.
Indeed. And Doobie, one of our contributors here at Laughing Place, is put up a few more articles from his recent coverage of Disney Dreamers Academy, where Disney mentors 100 high school age students from around the country. I've got an article on Colin Sprouse, who was named the Disney Dreamer of the Year, as well as some other dreamers who are honored by in specific segments. And I cover what was a really emotional event, and that was Tracy Powell, who was named the George A. Calagridas, who received the George A. Calagridas Hero Award for 2025. She's been doing this for 16 of the Dreamers' 18, DDA's 18 years. She's been the executive champion, and it was this ceremony, which we have full video of, was very emotional with her and the person who will give the award there, and then Preston, who is the MC for the event and who was a former dreamer himself, and everyone was in tears, and it was a really beautiful moment. So you can go check all that out on our YouTube and on Laughing Place.
And the rest.
Well,
yeah,
maybe.
Star Wars Celebration. I know, Star Wars Celebration. You looking forward to going, Kyle? It's like a week and a half away. And then
Yeah. I'm very excited to be the only person who will be in their home in the next couple of weeks.
Are you excited to see Oscar Isaacs, who's been announced to be there?
I would be, except
he ain't going. Yeah. So apparently there has been a production schedule change resulting in a conflict. So Oscar Isaac, who you know as Poe Dameron from the recent Star Wars movies, will not be there. If you did purchase tickets for an autograph or a photo op, you can contact Leap Ticketing for a refund or exchange. But sadly, no Poe Dameron.
And if you're wondering about a production schedule change and you're wondering if Moon Knight might be in the now under production Avengers Doomsday, keep wondering. Next, speaking of Star Wars Celebration, they released a look at some more merchandise that'll be exclusive. And I think a lot of this is pretty cool. So first of all, you have this Japanese folding screen as well as this Yoda Japanese lantern. How cool is that?
That's really cool.
There's also some fun t-shirts like this samurai stormtrooper and dress, some other stuff like that. There is a cool looking, everything, that's the word of the day, is cool. Light up backpack with Darth Vader. Probably a few more photos ahead. You're fine.
I'm getting there.
There we go.
Ooh.
And then there's a skateboard.
That's cool. Wait, I really like this. That's kind of neato.
Yeah, skateboard and a folding fan, like one of those, like that. Very pretty. And yeah, so lots of cool stuff. If you're going to be at Star Wars Celebration in Japan, bring an extra suitcase.
Kind of makes up for the lack of Poe Dameron.
Yeah.
And finally, at Disneyland Paris, as the next stage in the evolution of the Disney Village at Disneyland Paris continues, a popular restaurant is debuting a seasonal outdoor terrace this month with the opening of Petite Rosalie. This is a lakeside terrace on Lake Disney. It will be open from April to October with new seasonal. It is an authentic, warm, and welcoming space. It can accommodate 66 guests, allowing them to relax on the spacious terrace in a lush green setting, sheltered by large beige parasols. And this location, the Brasserie Rosalie, debuted at Disney Village in December 2023. It is weird to read that it's open only 6 months or April, maybe whatever, April to October, and not all year round. That's like a reality in the international parks that I just never even consider out here. But,
yeah,
no one wants to sit outside in Paris in December.
The fun stuff.
There ain't nothing more fun at Disney World than the Skyliner, and I love when the Skyliner gets some love. So Disney has released these cool Skyliner mouse ears, and you can see by the way the Skyliners hang there, those actually move. So as your head bobs as you're enjoying your trip to Disney World, those little Skyliners move. I love it.
You can go thunderstorm.
They are only $35, and for you lounge flyers, they have a Skyliner Lounge Fly for $75, which is really cool. Wait till we get to the interior picture. Look at that! How awesome is that? So cool. So, and then
does it come with an emergency kit?
What is with Skyliner hate? Skyliner's awesome.
There's an emergency kit on the thing. It'd be funny theming if there was like.
No one uses the emergency kit.
Didn't say anyone did. I just said there is one.
Do you expect?
Sorry that I offended you with the presence of an emergency kit.
Do you expect a little model 747s to come with oxygen masks? Come on.
I would think it was funny. Yes.
I rode every inch of the Skyliner on my last trip to Disney World. It was awesome. Love it. And of course, there is other existing Skyliner merchandise. This isn't new, but it never hurts to show it. You get these Skyliner mugs, which are so cool. Ornaments. So get your Skyliner merch. I've got a Skyliner t-shirt, not this one, but a different one. I've got Skyliner socks. It is the best attraction in the history of Disney. All right, we've got a pocket pick today. It was sent to us by Kyle Burbank because Kyle is mean. This is.
Are you sure you want to show this?
No.
I don't think you want to show it.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I watch so many of these without audio on. So.
Well, it's not even an audio thing. She's flipping him off.
I thought you sent it to me for that reason.
I just sent it to you because I like to share things with you, my friend.
So when you saw Pocket Picks Grandma, you didn't say, "Hey, dude,
did not register." I actually didn't even see Pocket Picks Grandma until right before I hit the Pocket Picks button.
Right. I had another one that I wasn't going to use today for that reason. Oh, let me get it.
Yeah, get that. Let's wait 4 minutes and then
you can talk there.
So anyway, yeah, if you haven't seen it, you can find it on Instagram. Basically what happens is this guy tells the grandmother that the people mover is like a roller coaster and that people get wet. And so she's wearing a poncho. And every time there's like, they go from the tunnel to the daylight, she's like ducking and stuff like that. But as she starts to realize that he's filming and making fun of her, she gives him the finger, which we probably should not show you on this family-friendly morning show.
And usually I will watch all of these, but I honestly thought...
You even said that you had seen it.
I had not seen the whole thing. I saw the concept and thought, this is mean. I'm not going to show it. And I honestly thought that that's why you would send it to me, which is my fault. And so I didn't vet it like I should have. All right, I think this is it. No, that's not it. I am very upset now.
We could watch the one that watch you cry on air.
I wanted to do the one of the carousel.
Oh, Benji on the carousel? Bored Benji?
Bored Benji on the carousel. Oh, well, that was cute. that just popped up in my TikTok feed this morning on its own. Like, hey, there's Bored Benji.
Who was it from? Was it Attractions?
No.
Because we know they were there.
Yeah, it was not. I don't remember who it was from, but it was literally the same video. So, sure, Gio, why don't you send me one real quick? Don't make me have to vet it, though. I mean, you'll be kicked out of the penalty. You'll be put in the penalty box if it's
that's why Tony's not allowed to submit on the fly anymore. And Doobie's not allowed to check TVMA. Hey, it could have been worse.
Oh, it could have been much worse, but it is a good reminder that...
I mean, that's just how you say 6. If you'll recall.
Don't forget VPosity.
Yep, that is an all-time clip.
So we do have... thank you for your great work on getting that spin the wheel done so quickly. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, no problem.
We do have the Stay in Disney History coming up in a moment, so we're just going to wait just a moment before we get to there. Gio promised he's sending me a pocket pick. Come on, Gio. I'm waiting for it. My messenger is open.
We're circling the airport.
Again, if you are interested in Epic Universe, we will be talking Epic a lot with people in the room on 4 p.m. on Disney Parks Talk, 4 p.m. Pacific. Please join us. Benji will be here. Jeremiah will be here. They've done all the things, and I'm very, very excited to talk to them. And
all the things is okay?
No, I hate it. That's why I said it. Very, very excited to talk to them and find out more about their honest opinions of Epic Universe, because I've seen it both ways, as they say on the interweb. Gio, you have disappointed me. All right. Well, it is just about time for us to do.
We're close enough to 10 o'clock that we're going to
Disney history, but let us see if anything pops up.
Yeah.
10 o'clock.
We should be good about this because sometimes things do happen, and we want to make sure that you have the latest news right away. So.
That's what we do. Oh, wait, it just came in.
Oh, Gio's thing?
Yeah, Gio's thing. Not anything at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Oh, this is cute. Okay. Why did I click that button? I don't know. Hey, that's Mac. This is Chip, and he's using a cane to do some golfing. And this is cute. Is there audio on this?
I don't know.
Okay, you're not.
I can't hear it.
Okay, that's fine. I want to make sure I'm not talking over audio. This is from Geo. Did you actually record this yourself, Geo? That's pretty cool. And then the next one is a guy I know. Hide and seek in Epcot. Look at this young dad.
This one you kind of have to hear the audio for.
Okay. All right. It's 10 o'clock. Are we ready to move on?
I'm looking.
Maybe we should just move on, We can't. There's not always news at 10 o'clock.
That's true, but sometimes there is.
If it comes, we can break into this day.
Okay.
All right.
Hold on. Let me hit the button then. After all that vamping for nothing.
All right, this is in Disney history, the portion of the show where we see just how smart Kyle is by seeing if he knows what happened on this day, April 7th in Disney history. On this day in 1995, I will give you a hint, not that you need it. A dad takes his son on a ride with antics he barely can bide. Though plans go astray, they bond on the way and grow just as wild as the tide.
What
movie is that?
What year was this?
1995, 30 years ago today.
Yeah, Goofy movie.
Goofy movie, as we all know, came out 30 years ago today. The favorite movie of the Walt Disney World ambassador. Am I free to continue?
As far as I can see,
on the same day as Bad Boys. How about that? On same day, 1995, same day as Bad Boys and a Goofy movie, we have a documentary this time. Two pals with a pencil and flair drew magic with tenderest care. With charm in each stroke, their character spoke, a duo beyond all compare.
That's Ollie.
That is exactly how they're often known. Ollie and...
I know, I'm trying to remember the name. I can't not believe that I'm blanking on this.
I will forgive you. You clearly know who this is. With a picture of... Okay, that definitely helps.
Yeah, Frank and Ollie.
Frank and Ollie, which is a fantastic documentary. I got to see that, I believe, if I'm remembering right, in the room with Frank and Ollie at an event. All right. On this day in 1997, 2 years later, I cannot believe this actually happened on this day. But apparently it did. On this day in 1987, only 10 years after it opened, an attraction closed at Disneyland.
So, sorry, 1997, 10 years after it opened?
Yeah. I thought it had a much longer run than that. But obviously not, because it closed to make way for its replacement, and I certainly know when its replacement opened.
People Mover?
Captain EO.
Captain EO. Captain EO, the Jay Leno of Disney Parks attractions.
Yeah, exactly. Made its way, close to make way for Honey, I Shrunk the Audience, which opened with the new Tomorrowland, but has since returned on occasion. And finally, on this day in 2006, an attraction opened at Animal Kingdom, one of the greats.
Sorry, what year?
2006, Animal Kingdom.
2006, Animal Kingdom. It's a great attraction.
Still there. Still pulling them in.
Oh, Everest.
Expedition Everest opened on this day in 2006.
What is it? What is the full title, Doobie?
Expedition Everest, Legend of the Forbidden Mountain.
Thank you.
The mountain you're actually riding, because Everest is behind it, apparently. All righty. Do we have anything to report?
I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to see where I can see it for myself.
Yeah, well, if we don't, we don't,
I know. That's my feeling. I also would have I checked Twitter to see if maybe something had been tweeted about, and I'm not seeing it on there. So yeah, don't know.
All right. Well, then I guess that's it. Maybe tomorrow we'll have something to say.
Maybe.
All right. Good job, Fred. I guess that's
maybe we. Oh, I have one more thing that I can check.
Okay. All right.
Nope. Not there either.
Well, I would advise you to stay tuned to Laughing Place.
It's always a good idea.
You never know. We cover it all here. And don't forget, come back today at 4 o'clock. Very exciting show as we talk about Epic. We're going to be talking about the rest of Disney Parks news as well, but we're certainly going to give plenty of time to Epic Universe with Jeremiah and Benji. So please like, subscribe, ring the bell, even become a member if you want to. We got some new members over the weekend, which we greatly appreciate. Otherwise, we will see you tomorrow.